Part 9. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 81. What's the situation? Are the Duke of the East and the Queen Mother of the West so stubborn? The Taoist ancestors and saints standing behind the heavenly court, who gave them the courage? Every great master in the world knows how cowardly the former Duke of East and Queen Mother of the West were. Ever since they were frightened by Emperor Jun and Emperor Dong, they have shrunk in countless yuanhui. Don't tell them to show off, even other great masters came to visit them. They couldn't even come out of seclusion. But now, they have become so powerful. All the great powers in the world were curious. The saints in the void were also stunned. Then they showed displeasure. The Duke of the East and the Queen Mother of the West have become so arrogant. Although we have not come in person, Haoshan is here with the attitude of waiting for us. Tongtian on the desert island, of course, saw the tough attitude of the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West. Yes, this doesn't embarrass me. If the East Prince and the West Queen Mother were frightened just seeing such a battle, Tongtian did not hesitate and killed them first to avoid losing their own face. The stronger the East Prince and the West Queen Mother were, the more powerful they were to the Jade Emperor. As far as Haoshan is concerned, the greater the threat. In this case, it is natural that they cannot be allowed to establish a religion. Prince of the East, Queen Mother of the West, if you insist on establishing a religion today, I will only have to deal with you once, Jade Emperor Haoshan said threateningly. It seems that now the Jade Emperor of Heaven is going to take action. I just don't know if Prince Dong is still tough. When all the powerful men in the prehistoric era saw that the war was about to begin, they all became energetic. At their level, there were very few opportunities to start a war on their own. Those who were stronger than them were intimidated, and those who were weaker than them did not bother to take action. Similar to them, they are boring. Watching other people do it is the safest and most interesting thing. Just one thing, just one thing. How can I be afraid of you? For the sake of the Tao ancestor, we recognize you as the Jade Emperor of Heaven. If not, we will disdain to taint our ears based on your name of Haoshan. Dong Wanggong's momentum is unparalleled. What? Disdain to dye your ears? Has Duke Dongwang changed into a different person? Also, the heavenly court was finalized by the Taoist ancestors and the saints, but Dong Wanggong only mentioned the Taoist ancestors and not the saints. This is equivalent to the fact that he, Prince Dong, does not pay attention to all the saints, let alone Haoshan, the Jade Emperor of Heaven. Dong Wanggong is really refreshing. All the powerful people in the prehistoric era were extremely surprised. It has to be said that Duke Dongwang has reached the pinnacle of his talent. All the saints also had angry expressions. The Taoist patriarch of the heavenly court and the saints have finalized that all living beings in the prehistoric era will definitely mention it when they come to the heaven. To the Taoist ancestors and the saints. This is to show respect for the Taoist ancestors and the saints. As a great corpse-slaying expert in the ancient world, how could Dong Wanggong not know this? But he did not mention them as saints. The meaning is obvious. This Prince Dong is so arrogant. He doesn't care about heaven and us. I must not let him go lightly this time. Yes, heaven cannot let him subjugate him today, we will take action personally. The saints shouted angrily. Very good, now you look like a slave to me, Tongtian saw the scene and said with satisfaction. As his own slaves, this is how he should despise the saints. In fact, the Duke of East and Queen Mother of the West have always remembered Tongtian's words. As Tongtian's servants, they cannot embarrass Tongtian. Exactly. Therefore, the two of them dared to be so arrogant and arrogant. When the Jade Emperor Haoshan heard that sentence, his Haoshan name was disdainful. He almost vomited blood in his heart. This is how he looks down on his Haoshan. He Haoshan as a dignified Jade Emperor, how could he be looked down upon like this? Prince of the East, Queen Mother of the West, you are so arrogant. The anger gradually appeared in Haoshen's eyes. All the powerful generals in heaven, listen to your orders. Prince Dong has despised the system of heaven and let me capture him. If you dare to resist, you will be killed on the spot. Haoshen's situation is so majestic. Yes, Jade Emperor. Got the order. More than a dozen corpse-killing masters, all gathered across the sky, gathered around the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West. Among these more than a dozen corpse-slaying masters from heaven, including Taoist Geshui and Taoist Yunshui, they both killed 3 corpses. As for the others, it's like beheading 2 corpses or beheading 1 corpse. Prince of the East and Queen Mother of the West, you still have a chance to survive today when you bow your head and go to heaven to pay homage, otherwise we will kill you too on the spot, Taoist Geshui threatened with fierce eyes. Prince of the East, Queen Mother of the West, you too, please don't make any mistakes, Taoist Yunchen also scolded him coldly. Taoist Geshui is an innate form of Geshui, while Taoist Yunchen is an innate mountain. The two of them were once one of the 3,000 mortal guests in Zixiao Palace. Debate the power is mid-range in the ability to kill 3 corpses. You and 2 others dare to kill me and the Queen Mother of the West on the spot by making such lies. What a big joke, Dong Wanggong seemed very confident. What's going on with the Duke of the East and the Queen Mother of the West? Ordinarily they should know that Taoist Geshui and Taoist Yunchen have about the same fighting power as them. Plus there are more than 10 quasi-sages who can kill 1 corpse and 2 corpses, so it is not difficult to kill them too. Why is he so arrogant and calling it a joke? It's strange. Could it be that the East Prince and the West Queen Mother not only became stronger in character, but also in strength? The powerful officials in the prehistoric era looked curious. If the East Prince and the West Queen were in the past, their combat power would indeed be about the same as the 2 of them. But now, the 2 of them have mastered the law. Their combat power has reached the upper level. Geshui and Yunchen are in front of them. Even with the addition of more than 10 quasi-sages who beheaded 1 corpse and 2 corpses, they were not afraid. Prince Dong, you are looking for death. Taoist Geshui, the innate Geshui itself has a bit of ferocity. Seeing that Duke Dong looked down on them so much, in an instant, the corpse-killing treasure was sacrificed. The law of Geshui bloomed in the void. Prince Dong, since you want to make a mistake, don't blame me for waiting. When Taoist Yunchen saw Taoist Geshui taking action, he also sacrificed his corpse-killing treasure and mountain law. Geshui Taoist's corpse-killing magic weapon was an acquired treasure called Geshui Sword. Shanyu Taoist was also an acquired treasure. Mountain Bell. Queen Mother of the West, how about a killing spree before establishing the religion today? Dong Wanggong's breath sank. The dragon-headed crutch, the ultimate treasure of corpse slaying, was revealed, and the perfect law of the 3 corpses was also revealed. Good. The aura of the Queen Mother of the West bloomed immediately at the same time, and the 3 corpses also perfected the ultimate law. The 2 perfect laws were displayed, and their power immediately overwhelmed Geshui and Yunchen Taoist. In an instant, whether it was Geshui and Yunchen Taoist in front of them, or all the powerful men who were watching the battle saw it. The laws of the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West have reached the ultimate level of perfection. How did they do it? Their talents have always been average. Could it be that they got some great opportunity? All the powerful people watching the battle were secretly shocked. As we all know, talent is limited, and the level of law cultivation is strong and weak. Only in this way can we have the upper, middle, and lower ranks. If it weren't for the great opportunity, it would be impossible to break the shackles of talent. The opportunity to break the shackles of talent is so difficult to find. It is absolutely impossible for the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West to have this opportunity. My eyes changed. Senior brother, is it possible that there is someone behind the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West? So that they have a chance to break the shackles of talent? Do you have the confidence to ignore us and establish a religion, Yuanqi was shocked. Yes, that should be the case, I said with certainty. Fellow Taoist Lao Tzu, fellow Taoist Yuanqi, if this is the case, then we will definitely find out the person behind this today, he said with a cold look. Yes, this person changed the shackles of the talent of the East Prince and the West Queen Mother, and also allowed the two to establish a religion. He must have a big plan. We can't let this person's plan succeed, I said with a bit of a stern look on my face. Shen, today the Duke of the East and the Queen of the West must die, and the people behind them must also die. The four saints all showed their murderous intentions. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 82. I'm out, can you kill me? The words of the four saints have been heard by Tongtian. Tongtian smiled indifferently. Taoist Geshui and Taoist Yunqian saw that the power of the laws of the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West had reached perfection, and their faces changed in shock. How did you two obey the rules? You two have similar talents to me. Taoist Geshui and Taoist Yunqian exclaimed. What you were talking about was before, but now Queen Mother 11 and I can completely kill you. Since you are going to take action, why bother? Dragon Head Crutch, split. The perfect law of three corpses was blasted out with all its strength. The void was filled with terrifying murderous intent. Now the East Prince had no scruples. He took action with the power of killing. The Queen Mother of the West followed closely behind. Cut. The Queen Mother of the West gave a sweet shout, and the treasure, accompanied by the power of the law, rushed out fiercely. Geshui sword destroy. The mountain bell, ring. Taoist Geshui and Taoist Shanyu quickly displayed their magical powers. The magic weapon is one of the powerful abilities to kill three corpses, but the power of law is the most important point. Taoist Geshui and Taoist Shanyu have different magic weapons. Bad. But Nehi's laws are incomplete, which is a flaw. With one blow, the difference between strong and weak is already obvious. The East Prince and the West Queen Mother, who have perfected the laws under the Tongtian Enlightenment Tree, have no flaws in the three corpses law. Under the full explosion, they directly suppress two people. Geshui Taoist and Shanyu Taoist. Their Taoist bodies are already injured. All the powerful generals in the sky will attack together with the two of us. Taoist Geshui and Taoist Shanyu did not dare to make any more excuses, and quickly summoned more than 10 Taoists nearby to attack together. Geshui, mountains, when you reach our level, you should know that the gap cannot be made up by a small amount. Today, if you provoke me and the Queen Mother of the West, you will die. Donghuang Gong scolded, and the law of three corpses was blasted again. The gap between Geshui Taoist and Shanyu Taoist and Donghuang Gong and West Queen Mother is as big as a mountain. For the more than 10 quasi-sages who killed two corpses and one corpse, the gap is as big as the sky. These people who kill two corpses and kill one are not monsters. If they were monsters, they would not choose to join the heavenly immortal position. Among them, the flaws in the law are too big, and they only kill one corpse or two corpses. But in the blink of an eye, two quasi-sages who killed one corpse fell on the head of Donghuang Gong. The battle continued for a while. More than 10 people killed one corpse and two corpses, and more than half of them had fallen. As for Taoist Geshui and Taoist Shanyu, both of them were seriously injured, and the fire of the soul was dim. If this continues, it won't take long for more than 10 corpse-killing quasi-sages, including Taoist Geshui and Taoist Shanyu, to fall into the hands of the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West. Having mastered the three corpses law, he is really not ordinary strong. I don't know where the Duke of East and Queen Mother of the West found the great opportunity to break the shackles of talent. It really makes us envious. Watching the battle of all the powerful men, I was shocked by the current fighting power of the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West. I was also jealous of the great opportunity for them to master the three corpses law. The Jade Emperor Haoshan watched the powerful generals in heaven gradually succeeding or defeating. He was shocked in his heart, but also angry. So many powerful generals, but they are no match for the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West, who were once famous for their timidity. Prince of the East, Queen Mother of the West, you have repeatedly beheaded my mighty general in heaven, you are seeking your own death. Haoshan soared out. Haoshan Tower, come out. At this moment, Haoshan finally couldn't bear it anymore. He sacrificed the 2 corpse-killing treasures given to him by Dao ancestor. The Jade Emperor is about to take action too. Tisk tisk, it would be great if Duke Donghuang killed the Jade Emperor in this battle. The eyes of all the powerful people were startled. The Prince of the East and the Queen Mother of the West are dead. Haoshan shouted loudly, and the 2 treasures went towards the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West respectively. Haoshan was a Taoist boy before, and later followed Laozi, until now he became the Lord of Heaven. It can be said that he has never stopped being guided by saints. Now he has it is a powerful level that can kill 3 corpses. There are still some flaws in the talent. If it were not so, Dao ancestor would not let him be a boy. But Dao ancestor gave him the Haoshan sword and the most powerful treasure of Haoshan Tower, which can be regarded as making up for the talent. Flaws. Let him rise to the upper level of killing 3 corpses. Haoshan joins the battle. Prince Dong immediately stares over. Haoshan, if you don't join the fight, I won't embarrass you for the sake of Tao ancestor. But since you have joined, today is the day when you will die. Donghuang Gong's murderous intent is astonishing. What, Duke Donghuang really wants to kill Haoshan? Let me go, Prince Dong is really going to make things big. All the powerful officials in the prehistoric era were surprised. At this moment, Prince Dong wants to kill Haoshan, not because he wants to make a name for himself, but because he wants to give his Lord Tongtian a long face. Queen Mother of the West, please kill several Geshui Taoists, and then join hands with me to kill the Jade Emperor. Donghuang Gong was shocked, floated up into the air, and immediately fought with Haoshan. Good. Queen Mother of the West responded immediately after hearing this. Prince Dong also knew that it would be difficult to kill the Jade Emperor by himself, so he fought Haoshan alone first, giving Queen Mother of the West a chance to kill Taoist Geshui. At this moment, Taoist Geshui and Taoist Shanyu were both seriously injured. It is not difficult for Queen Mother 11 to kill her. In just a moment, more than 10 powerful generals from the heaven who beheaded 2 corpses and 1 corpse all fell into the hands of Queen Mother 11. Even though Queen Mother 11 was a woman, she had a murderous heart. No worse than anyone else. Geshui Taoist and Shanyu Taoist saw that the situation was impossible to do. Haoshan Jade Emperor, the 2 of us have been seriously injured and have regained our strength. Let's say goodbye. Obviously both of them knew very well that if they continued this time, there was only the possibility of death. After saying something to Jade Emperor Haoshan, they quickly used their escape powers to escape far away. Taoist Geshui, Taoist Shanyu ran away. Now, Jade Emperor Haoshan may be in danger. The Queen Mother of the West and the Prince of the East took action. If the saint had not taken action, the Jade Emperor Haoshan would have perished here. All the powerful people in the prehistoric era were talking about it. At this moment, the Jade Emperor Haoshan ran away when he saw his powerful general. He paused subconsciously. Then there was a burst of anger. You ran away, how can I fight you? I can't pick 2 by myself. Haoshan, Geshui, and Shanyu have already escaped. You will not be able to escape today. The Queen Mother of the West was floating in the air, and the huge power of Lo was also crushing towards Haoshan. The Duke of the East and the Queen Mother of the West dealt with Haoshan. The result can be imagined. In just a moment, Haoshan was seriously injured. How arrogant, the Duke of the East and the Queen Mother of the West dare to actually kill the Jade Emperor who was appointed by Taoist Patriarch and us. I looked coldly and my murderous intention emerged. My fellow Taoist, It's time for us to take action, Ji Yin said. Let me come. The evil light suddenly appeared at the beginning of the Yuan dynasty. Prince of the East, Queen Mother of the West, if you kill the Jade Emperor Haoshan, you are tantamount to provoking us and the Taoist ancestors. Yuanqi's rebuke spread throughout the world. He is the original saint. The original saint was angry. The expressions of all the powerful officials in the prehistoric period changed. The Jade Emperor Haoshan, who had been seriously injured by the laws of the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West, was delighted. He was saved. The saint of Yuanqi was going to save him. Duke of the East and Queen Mother of the West, you should be punished for your crimes. Yuanqi shouted coldly, and his murderous intention emerged. A saint's magical power shot through the air. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoyan. Chapter 83. Want to kill my servant? Yuanqi, do you think I will give you a chance? Tongtian sneered. Generals, ministers, queens, winning hooks, droughts. With a call, the four ancestors of zombies immediately appeared in front of Tongtian. See the Lord. The four ancestors of zombies saluted quickly. It's time for you to show it to everyone in the prehistoric times. Go and block Yuanqi's attack for my servant. Tongtian Deo. Yes. The four ancestors of zombies all showed fierce looks on their faces. Go. A mysterious force appeared in the sky. The four ancestors of zombies flew away under the pull of the mysterious force. The saint has used his magical power, fearing that the Duke of the East and the Queen Mother of the West will definitely die. All the powerful men in the prehistoric era shook their heads. But at this moment, four zombie bodies showing huge and vicious aura came from across the sky. Roar! Four fierce roars came out. The void was filled with the most powerful force. What are those four evil auras? What a fierce, terrifying smell! The saint's magical power came. The four huge evil spirits surged in power. We challenge the saint's magical powers. Generals and queens, win the hook, Hanba. There is a roar. The bloodlight rises up against the sky with a combined force. The bloodlight and the saint's magical power bombard together. The saint's magical power appears to be the highest and most powerful. And the four evil bloodlights appear. In an extremely evil state. You are strong, but I am evil. A sound that shook the world came out. Bloodlight and holy power collided. Powerful air waves swept the world. The four ancestors of zombies resisted the blow, but still stood in the void with a ferocious aura. The saint's magical power was blocked. Whether it was the great powers of the prehistoric era or the four saints in the void, they were all shocked. The saint is inviolable, and the power of the saint cannot be resisted. However, these shackles were broken. For a while, everyone was curious. What are these four saints? What is the origin of Zun's vicious aura? Suddenly, a series of eyes stared at. These four ferocious figures look familiar. They are the four ferocious spirits that were swept away by the unknown Taoist in the era of 3 sovereigns and 5 emperors. But, they didn't have spiritual consciousness at the beginning. Moreover, their combat power was only at the level of killing 3 corpses, but now they can challenge the magical powers of saints. There were endless sounds of surprise. The 4 saints stood in the void, and their faces were extremely ugly. These 4 ferocious auras came from the hands of Ji Yinzunti, but they were once created by the 4 saints. They were originally used to seize he was lucky, but was swept away by the unknown Taoist in the end. He didn't get the luck, and was almost crippled by the unknown Taoist. Now, these 4 evil spirits are born again. Not only are they as powerful as saints, but they also have spiritual consciousness. The Lord has a destiny, and no one of his servants, the Prince of the East and the Queen of the West, can kill him. We are here to protect you." The ancestors of the four zombies shouted coldly in the void, contemptuous of heaven and earth. "Lord! Servant of the East, Prince and Queen Mother of the West? Who is their Lord? Whose servants are the Duke of East and Queen Mother of the West? Is it possible?" In an instant, all the mighty people of the ancient times were summoned. His eyes changed with shock. The four ancestors of zombies were swept away by the unknown Taoist before. There is only one possibility for the master of the four ancestors of zombies to be the unknown Taoist. Only an existence like the unknown Taoist can make the four zombies possible, the ancestors derived spiritual consciousness, and let them have the ability to fight with the saints. As for the Queen Mother of the West and the Prince of the East, they were once famous for being timid and having average talents. Now they have bold personalities and talents that fully comply with the three corpses law. If they are from the unknown Taoist servant, that will explain everything. It turns out that there is an unknown Taoist standing behind the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West, so they are so tough. However, as a servant of an unknown Taoist, who in the wild would dare to offend him? Now that the unknown Taoist has been introduced, I just don't know how the four saints will deal with it next. After all, the great masters were surprised, they were all curious. Another unknown Taoist. Yuanji's face was full of suppressed anger. The holy power is irreversible. However, the four zombie ancestors broke his magical power and violated his holy power. Naturally, he was very angry and annoyed. In Yuanji's view, it was equivalent to the Wuming Taoist using the four ancestors of zombies to slap him in Yuanji's face. However, he could only sullen. He had just passed the Yuanhui, and he did not have the confidence to fight against the Wuming Taoist. This time it turned out to be the layout of the unknown Taoist. I have a look of helplessness on my face. In the ancient world, no matter how big the plan is for other great powers, I am sure to stop them from extinction. But facing the unknown Taoist, he has no confidence. I and Yuanji look ugly. But Jiyin and Zunti had fear on their faces. The scene of a Yuanhui being crushed in front of him, and the scene of being blasted through with a palm 10,000 years ago. They remembered it deeply. Especially the palm that blasted through the Lingshan mountain. Lingshan has not yet returned to its former glory. Fellow Taoist Laozi, fellow Taoist Yuanji, I will leave first if there is still something to do in the West. The nameless place is too scary, so it's better to leave early. After saying that, before leaving, he glanced at the four zombie ancestors. The four ferocious auras that can withstand the saints' attack originally belonged to them. Of course they were reluctant to part with it. But when it came into the hands of the unknown Taoist, they had no confidence in taking it back. The courage of these two Taoist friends is so small. I'm speechless. The fight hasn't even started yet, and the unknown Taoist hasn't even shown up yet, and you guys ran away? Are you so afraid? Junior brother Yuanji, the two Taoist friends Yin and Zunti have left. This matter can only be decided by you and me. How do you think it should be handled? I asked. Although Yuanji's face looked very aggrieved and angry, he did not dare to do anything extreme. Everything is up to senior brother Laozi's idea. Yuanji gritted his teeth and said. In this case, let the East Prince and the West Queen Mother establish the 10,000 Immortal Sect and let the Jade Emperor return, I said. Good. Yuanji nodded. The 10,000 Immortal Sect can be established. Jade Emperor, please return to heaven. Laozi's holy message spreads directly to the prehistoric times. What does it mean? Did the four saints compromise? Tisk, it seems that the four saints are still very afraid of the unknown Taoist. But it's no wonder that the unknown Taoist can directly crush the four saints. Even if I am the four saints, I'm afraid. The Jade Emperor Haoshan, who was seriously injured, was stunned for a moment. I, the powerful general of heaven, ran to death in order to prevent the establishment of the 10,000 Immortals cult, and I myself was seriously injured. Now you actually tell me, can the 10,000 Immortals cult be established? Jade Emperor Haoshan spat out a mouthful of blood. When Jade Emperor Haoshan dragged his seriously injured body back to heaven, he really felt extremely uncomfortable. The Jade Emperor of Heaven, the majestic lord of the three realms, was so disgraced. I thought there was going to be a battle, but it's a pity that I didn't even dare to move. Tongtian smiled indifferently. Just kidding, who dares to touch it? The nameless name is simply the nightmare of the four saints. I, the Prince of the East and the Queen Mother of the West, respect the unknown Taoist as their lord, and today I establish the 10,000 Immortals sect as my servants. 10,000 Immortals sect, established. I, the Prince of the East, use his own treasure to suppress the destiny of the 10,000 Immortals sect. I, Queen Mother of the West, use my own treasure to suppress the destiny of the 10,000 Immortals sect. The luck of the 10,000 Immortals, although not as good as that of the human race, is still 1/10 as powerful. With the luck in hand, the strength of the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West suddenly increased to the top level of quasi-sages. The 10,000 Immortals sect has been established. I wonder if we will also have the opportunity to establish a sect. Many powerful people in the prehistoric era were envious and surprised. I, and Yuanshi watched the establishment of the 10,000 Immortals sect. Both of them looked ugly. Forced by the unknown power, they could only allow the 10,000 Immortals sect to be established. But they were unwilling to do so from the bottom of their hearts. Senior brother Laozi, the unknown Taoist, is very powerful. Now there is a big schemer. We are not as strong as him, but the big schemer cannot lag behind him. Yuanqi's eyes gradually became darker. What junior brother Yuanqi said is reasonable, and we should start making some calculations, otherwise we will be constrained everywhere in the future. I gradually became cold. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the Great Way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 84. In Zixiao Palace. Hongjun, the saint of heaven, frowned slightly. My disciples really embarrass me. The power of heaven is so lost. As a saint of heaven, he decided to entrust heaven to the four saints and the former boy. However, it had only been established for a long time before such a joke happened. How could he not be angry? But who is this unknown Taoist? Looking at the ancient world, the only person who can have such a monster is the former Rahua, who raised his eyebrows. However, both of them have died. The origin of this unknown Taoist is really elusive to me. It seems that I will have to pay more attention in the future. When Hongjun was having a headache, Tongtian has taken back the four ancestors of zombies to the desert island dojo. You can continue to move freely in the dojo. Tongtian said indifferently. Yes, Lord. The four ancestors nodded in unison. As before, the surrounding areas of the branch. The matter of heaven is over. It's time for me to continue practicing in retreat. Speaking of the heavenly court. Although the heavenly court in the previous life was depressed at this time, there were still a few useful and powerful generals. But after this incident, the heavenly court and the powerful generals fled to death. The heavenly court was already empty. There are only two polished commanders left, Haoshan and Yaokai. And it is impossible for heaven to recruit new powerful generals. No powerful general will go there, not even the immortal. Just imagine, in the hall the heavenly court with the four saints is so fragile, so lacking in confidence, and so inexperienced. Who dares to go there? Tongtian began to retreat, and did not hear anything about the outside world. The prehistoric times do not remember years. In the blink of an eye, 2 Yuanhui passed. Tongtian finally woke up from seclusion. Cultivation, Supreme Hunyuan Fifth Heaven. Cultivation Technique, Supreme Chaos Strength Technique. Spells, the technique of enlightening life, the technique of confining the divine magical powers, fire of chaos, divine palm splitting the sky, insight into the heaven and earth, capturing the sun and the moon, changing the heaven and earth, thunderbolt magic. Weapon, Sun Moon Pearl, Hunyuan Golden Doe, Chaos Pearl, 9 Dragon Cauldron, 4 Swords of Zuxian, Fenbeo Rock, 6 Soul Flags, Heart-Piercing Treasure Lock, Water Dragon Pearl, 3 Lights Divine Water, 24 Dingai Pearls, Karma Fire Merit Red Lotus. The 2 Yuanhui realms are breaking through 2 levels. It's finally not far from Zheng Avenue. After calculating the time, my turtle spirit, Zhao Gongming and Sang Xiao's disciples should be about to transform. Insight into the magical power of heaven and earth, and everything in the prehistoric world can be seen in the eyes. Without blinking, the turtle spirit has been found. The turtle spirit has taken form in the mountains and wilds, and is gifted with wisdom. At this moment, he is meeting several untransformed monster beasts by the side of a lake in the mountains. Play. Turtle spirit. The mysterious sound reaching the sky came out, shocking the void in the mountains and fields. The untransformed monster beasts around them were trembling. And the turtle spirit was also a little scared. "Who are you, where are you?" Turtle spirit whispered timidly. Tongtian only used his great supernatural power to transmit sounds, and his true holy power has never appeared. Naturally, turtle spirit doesn't know where Tongtian is. "I am hundreds of millions of miles away from you at this moment, and what you hear is my magical power." Tongtian Deo. Sound transmission billions of miles away? "Senior, are you the great Luo Jingxian?" Guiling asked in surprise. "A mere Luo Jingxian, how could my realm be so low?" Tongtian smiled calmly and said. "Then, are you a quasi-saint power?" Guiling looked surprised. In the mountains and fields they were in, Luo Jingxian was already out of reach. As for the quasi-sage, it only existed in rumors. As for the Hunyuan above the quasi-sage, they had never heard of it. "I am above the quasi-sage, Tongtian Deo." "Above quasi-sage, what is that realm?" Guiling's eyes were round and full of curiosity. "If you become my disciple, you will know it." "Guiling, I ask you now, are you willing to become my teacher?" Tongtian Deo. "Ah." The turtle spirit was frightened. Although she didn't know what kind of existence was above the quasi-sage, she could feel that Tongtian was very powerful. Such an existence actually accepted her as a disciple, a little demon from the wilderness. "Guiling, your opportunity has come, hurry up and say yes." "Guiling, don't miss this opportunity." A group of untransformed monster beasts hurriedly muttered towards the turtle spirit. "I." It could be seen in her eyes that she was very eager to agree. "But after looking at the untransformed monster beasts next to me, I felt a little confused." "Don't you want to?" Tongtian asked after seeing that he didn't respond for a while. "Senior, I want to join your sect, but I can't let go of these friends. The turtle spirit has been accompanying these monsters since before it took shape, and it must be a bit reluctant to be separated from them." "That's it, it's just a little thing. If you are willing, I will bring your side of the mountain into my dojo, and all your friends will follow." Tongtian Deo. "Really?" Guiling was overjoyed. "Certainly." Tongtian replied. Turtle Spirit is willing to worship his senior as his teacher. Turtle Spirit nodded quickly and said happily. "Good. In this case, you can all come to my dojo." A powerful force of supernatural power came across the sky. The turtle spirit was located in the mountains and lakes thousands of miles away, and it rose across the sky. "We are going to the mighty ashram. We have a great opportunity to follow Guiling." A group of untransformed little monster beasts were full of joy. Tongtian Taoist Temple is thousands of miles wide, and it is no problem to accommodate thousands of miles of small mountains. In the blink of an eye, the small mountain that rose out of thin air has landed in the corner of Tongtian Taoist Temple at. So full of spiritual energy. If we practice here, I'm afraid it won't take us hundreds of years to transform. A group of little monsters were surprised. Since you have come to my dojo, please do not cause trouble, otherwise even if you are my disciples' companions, I will drive you away. Yes, I, the little demon, have remembered the words of the seniors. Turtle spirit, come here. A mysterious power suddenly appeared. The turtle spirit has arrived in front of Tongtian's body. Teacher, where are you? Guiling looked around and didn't see the Tongtian she imagined, so she asked in a low voice. I am in front of you, Tongtian smiled and said. Teacher, you haven't transformed yet. The turtle spirit immediately noticed Tongtian's true form and looked curious. There is a great road in my heart. If I don't reach the great road, I won't be able to change my form, Tongtian replied. Avenue? What is the avenue? The turtle spirit is like an elf with 100,000 questions. Tongtian is not angry at all. The turtle spirit at this moment is innocent in nature. If he doesn't understand, he will ask questions without hesitation. Before you ask me who is above the quasi-sage, now I tell you, above the quasi-sage is the Hunyuan saint. And the great Dao is above Hunyuan. I am now in the realm of Hunyuan saint. Do you understand? Tongtian Dao. Turtle spirit understands. Guiling nodded. Now I will teach you the exercises, and you will have a good time practicing here. Fellow Taoist Tongtian is teacher. Wandao Xiangong was introduced into Gui Ling's mind. I am giving you a flame to temper your body and temper your spirit. Although it is a little painful, it can benefit you immensely. As he said, the fire of chaos has already reached the turtle spirit. At first, the turtle spirit was a little unbearable, but soon he persevered with his own perseverance. Seeing that the turtle spirit has entered the right track of cultivation. The turtle spirit has been collected, now it's time to look for Zhao Gongming and Sang Xiao. The magical power of insight into heaven and earth was used again. And coincidentally, the perspective of Tongtian happened to pass by Laozi's dojo. Senior brother, the plan has been laid, we just have to wait and see whether it will come true. Yuan Shi said coldly. This plan is going to come true. Our brothers and sisters can seize the luck of three parties, the Witch Clan, the Monster Clan, and the 10,000 Immortals sect, I said with a confident smile. Tongtian was stunned subconsciously. These two idiots actually had a plan? Moreover, they were plotting against the Lich and the 10,000 Immortals sect? Doesn't this mean they were targeting him? Tongtian immediately made a plan. Temporarily gave up on searching for Zhao Gongming and the 3 knights and 4 disciples. It would be great fun to plot against him. Gain insight into the movements of heaven and earth and observe all sides. Finally found the plot laid by Laozi and Yuanqi. What kind of plan can I say to win the luck of 3 parties? It turns out that the plot started with Lu Ya, the former 10th prince of the demon clan. Tongtian sneered. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 85. When the Lich was measuring the calamity, the emperor was handsome with 10 golden crows. 9 of them were shot dead by Ho Yi, and only one of the 10th prince of the golden crow, Lu Ya, remained. According to the history of previous lives, this 10th prince of the golden crow is mysterious and unusual. After the Lich measured the calamity, the god disappeared until the great calamity of the gods appeared in a hurry and then disappeared. In his previous life, Tongtian still couldn't understand why Lu Ya, as the 10th prince of the golden crow, could disappear in the prehistoric times. I get it now. It was Laozi and Yuanqi who hid it? Only these 2 saints can do this. Now the 2 of them have sent Lu Ya out, and Tongtian knows all of their plans just by thinking about them. As the 10th prince of the demon clan, Liu Ya holds the highest position of the demon clan. Lao Zi and Yuanqi wanted Liu Ya to seize the throne of the monkey demon king. Then he borrowed Liu Ya's hand to take control of the demon clan. Then, push Lich war again. Although the current Lich and Lich clans have changed due to Tongtian, their luck is not weak now. But with the saintly abilities of Lao Zi and Yuanqi, just a few magical powers can influence the situation of the battle. The monster clan took over the witch clan in one fell swoop, and their last target was the 10,000 Immortals sect. The fate of the three parties converged on the demon clan, which Yuanqi could easily plunder. I have to say that such a calculation is not an ordinary insidious and cunning one. Senior brother Lao Zi, we have hidden Liu Ya in a random thought before countless UN meetings. Unexpectedly, today it has given us such great good results. Yuanqi smiled and said. Good. I didn't expect it either. The monster king of 10,000 monsters has only beheaded 2 corpses now, but Liu Ya has already beheaded 3 corpses under the special teachings of these 2 Yuan Hui and I, and we gave him the immortal killing flying knife. This time you will win, I said with a confident smile. Before the 2 UN meetings, Yuanqi felt the danger of the unknown Taoist's calculation. The two discussed it for thousands of years and finally decided on this plan. Senior brother, what if the unknown Taoist helps the 10,000 demon king this time? Yuanqi's breath sank. The calculations they made were intertwined. But there was only one thing that was hard to predict. That was the Wuming Taoist. They had never seen clearly whether the Wuming Taoist was related to the Wan Demon King or whether he was related to the Demon King. The clan has something to do with it. If it's the latter, and the demon clan is in civil war, they conclude that the unknown Taoist will not take action. But if it's the former, this plan has a fatal flaw. This is not very likely. After all, we have specially observed his 2 UN Hui sessions, and he has never shown up. Come to think of it, the unknown Taoist is either in retreat, or there are other reasons why he cannot escape. I thought for a while and said. Moreover, the 2 Yuan Hui realms of the 2 of us have broken through 2 heavens in a row and reached the 3rd heaven level of Yun Yuan. Even if he does appear, the 2 of us can fight and seize the luck of the 3 parties. These 2 Yuan Hui have done a lot of things. First they made plans, then they trained Liu Ya, and practiced to enhance their realm. They also found time to pay attention to the movements of the nameless Taoist. I saw 2 nameless Taoists. Yuan Hui did not appear, and he had already broken through the 3rd level of Yun Yuan. Only in this way could he have the confidence to implement this plan. On a deserted island, the conversation between the 2 saints was completely heard by Tongtian. It turns out that I have the confidence to break through the 3rd level of Yun Yuan. In that case, let's have some fun. Tongtian sneered. He had insight into the magical power of heaven and earth and had already arrived at the 10,000 demons hall. Brachiosaurus. A mysterious sound reached the ears of the monkey. Teacher, the thong-armed ape who was originally cultivating immediately woke up. Teacher. Listen, there is going to be a disaster that threatens your position as king of demons. The 10th prince of the demon clan, Liu Ya, is born, and he will come to the demon clan to seize your position as the demon king. Tongtian said. Liu Ya? Is he still alive? The ape's eyes showed a bit of surprise. Before the Lich calamity, the ape was already one of the demon generals of the demon clan. He naturally knew who Liu Ya was. He has always been alive, but was hidden by the 2 saints Lao Zi and Yuanqi Tongtian Dao. Teacher, when Liu Ya was born this time, was Yuanqi plotting against me? The ape's eyes turned cold. Now the position of the ape king of 10,000 monsters has been occupied by several Yuan Hui. It is no longer the ferocious and cruel monster monkey it once was. They are not plotting against you, they are plotting against me. You are just one move in the scheme, and your move is crucial. If Tongbai Monkey's position as the Demon King is taken away, it can be said to be a success if Tongtian doesn't take action. I am Yuanqi, How abominable! When the monkey learned that Lao Ziyuanqi planned to teach him his teacher, he was immediately angry. The demon clan has already controlled countless Yuanhui in your hands, and the demon clan's faith has gathered around you. If Lu Ya wants to win the position of demon king, he can only fight you. Do you understand? Tongtian Dao. In the past, the Tongba ape brought the demon clan out of the place of death, and later it grew stronger. Now the demon clan is united in believing in the Tongba ape. Teacher, disciples understand. In this battle, the disciple will definitely kill Lu Ya. A murderous aura emerged from the apes. I believe there will be no problem with your fighting power, but Lu Ya has a flying knife given by me, which can kill the physical body of the soul. Are you sure? If not, I will give you a sword to protect yourself. The immortal slaying flying knife in the previous life was extremely fierce, and the thread-armed monkey was his sixth disciple. It would be a bit funny if he followed the immortal slaying flying knife. Teacher, no one can hurt me now unless a being like you takes action, the ape said confidently. What the ape said is not a lie. Back then, Tongtian gave guidance and got the opportunity left by the two Lich clans. He and Duo Bao are very fat. As long as Hunyuan doesn't take action, no matter what, no matter whether it is Duo Bao or a monkey, it is fearless. That's fine, you just have to fight Lu Ya. As for me, I will deal with it myself, Tongtian Dao. The two saints have already doubted whether they are related to the demon clan or to the ape. Therefore, he will not take action against Lu Ya and the ape. It is precisely for this reason that he deliberately told the ape in advance. For the only thing is that the Tongbo monkey is infallible. The Tongbo monkey will finally kill Lu Ya. If the saint takes action, Tongtian will have no scruples. In the civil war of the demon clan, I, Tongtian, cannot intervene, so you, Yuanqi, have no reason to intervene. If you have to intervene, then you will be asking for trouble. Not long after, a Taoist who exuded the aura of the golden crow fire came across the sky to the 10,000 monsters mountain. Wu Liuya, the 10th prince of the demon clan. The demon generals will come quickly to see this prince. Lu Ya's arrogant and conceited voice spread throughout the entire demon clan in an instant. Lu Ya was once the 10th prince of the demon clan's heaven. Although the demon clan's heaven is now dilapidated, he still believes that although the demon clan's heaven is ruined, as long as it is, the demon clan is still here, and he is the 10th prince of the demon clan. Lu Ya? The 10th prince? Is he still alive? Do you want me to wait to see you? The former demon clan heavenly court Bai Zi and other demon generals and great demons all frowned. Now they are all demon generals and great demons under the 10,000 demon king. How can they meet the 10th prince of the former demon clan heavenly court? If this is the same as betrayal. The king of 10,000 demons. They have a deep understanding of what the king of 10,000 monsters has done to them over the years. How he has led the demon clan to become as powerful as it is now. In the hearts of all the demon generals and great demons, the king of 10,000 demons is better than Dijundong. The emperor and his ilk are more suitable to lead the demon clan. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 86. Lu Ya scolded, but no one from the demon clan paid attention. It can only be said that Lu Ya's appearance was too pretentious. Be low-key and emotional. Bai Zi and others may reminisce about their old friendship. But once people come to see you, who will care about you? Lu Ya, are you finally here? Since receiving the notice from the teacher, the monkey has been waiting. Now, the wait is finally here. Where are all the demon generals and great demons? Come with me to meet Lu Ya. The thong-branched ape can't wait for a fight. Respect the order of the 10,000 demon king. The ape and monkey gave an order, and all the demon generals and great demons responded one after another. The ape and monkey demon body stood in the void. A group of great demons stood behind it. Bai Zi, when you see me, why don't you salute me? Lu Ya looked arrogant and angrily scolded the monkeys and other demon generals. Lu Ya, now the demon clan only has the 10,000 demon king and no emperor Zhendong. Naturally, you don't have the title of 10th prince. If you surrender to the king of 10,000 monsters now, we can intercede with the king of 10,000 monsters and let you stay in the monster clan. Bai Zi walked out and scolded in a cold voice. Arrogant, Bai Zi, and you are my father's demon generals, but you actually call others kings. Bai Zi, I will give you a chance to kneel down and surrender immediately. Lu Ya showed his aura, and the power of killing 3 corpses filled the sky. Otherwise, I will kill you first, and then I will take charge of the demon clan after I kill this ape. At this moment, Lu Ya obviously wanted to use his strength to kill 3 corpses to suppress the demon generals and the monkeys. Seeing Lu Ya kill the 3 corpses, the faces of all the demon generals changed. However, the monkeys were indeed ferocious. A sharp breath suddenly appeared. Lu Ya, you are so arrogant, you actually said that Zanwu's demon general is a great demon. Do you have that qualification? The aura of the 2-armed ape killing 2 corpses suddenly appeared. The violent momentum swept through the surrounding area. You dare to speak so arrogantly even though you only killed 2 corpses, it seems like you are asking for your own death. I'll kill you first. After Lu Ya yelled arrogantly, the 3 corpses of the Golden Crow Fire Law surged out. Kill me? Joke. The violent law of the giant monkey appeared suddenly. The sky supporting stick became giant and appeared across the sky. The war finally begins. When I was in Yuanxi, when I saw Lu Ya doing something, his face was full of joy. Is there another corpse-killing power fighting to the death? I feel that the battle atmosphere in the void is about to break out. Many great powers in the prehistoric era are staring at it. Turns out to be the 1000 monster king of the monster clan, the 1000-armed monkey. Why does the other one seem to have the aura of the Golden Crow? The aura of the Golden Crow, could it be the 10th Golden Crow Prince whose whereabouts are unknown after escaping from the Lich War? The 2 of them went to war, seemingly to compete for the position of the Demon King of the Demon Clan. This battle will definitely be exciting. After learning about the people on both sides of the battle, all the powerful officials in the prehistoric times immediately became energetic. Thread-branched ape, die. Lu Ya's Golden Crow fire swept across the world, attacking and killing the giant monkeys. Lu Ya's Golden Crow fire law was derived from Dijun's true sun fire. Although it is not as good as the sun's true fire, it is still extremely powerful. The great prehistoric era, among those who are capable, few dare to resist. But it is a pity that Lu Ya's Golden Crow fire law met the viper. No matter how powerful the Golden Crow fire is, it cannot compare to the true fire of the sun. No matter how powerful the true fire of the sun is, it is not comparable to the fire of chaos. Calculated in this way, the fire of the Golden Crow is equivalent to 2 levels worse than the fire of chaos. When the Tongbo ape came to Tongtian sect, he was tempered by the fire of chaos for nearly several yuanhui every day. To the flame the law already has the ability to be almost immune, and the physical body is unparalleled. The physical body of this thong-branched ape is really terrifying. The fire of the Golden Crow, even those of us who can kill 3 corpses, dare not touch it easily, but he stood in it without any harm. Seeing this scene, all the powerful people couldn't help but be surprised. Even Lu Ya himself was shocked. His own Golden Crow fire law has never been able to burn harmful things. However, the thong-armed ape was completely unaffected. I just wanted to temper the physical souls of some of my disciples, but I didn't expect that I would make my disciples immune to the law of fire. On the desert island, Tongtian, who was already watching the battle here, laughed when he saw that the Tongbo monkey was immune to the law of fire. Lu Ya, your flames have no effect on me. Sky supporting stick, split. With a scolding, the law of violence draped down horizontally along with the sky stretching stick. Although the viper-armed monkey only killed 2 corpses, this blow was already as powerful as killing 3 corpses. The violent stick struck down directly on Luya's golden crow body. In an instant, flaming blood flowed out. He was seriously injured with just 1 stick. This thong-armed ape is so powerful that it can kill 2 corpses and directly hit Luya, who killed 3 corpses with 1 stick. It's scary, this ape is really a monster. In addition to tempering the physical body and soul with the fire of chaos, the Tongbai monkey also has the 10,000 Dao mysterious techniques that Tongtianwei Dao techniques have comprehended. Practicing 10,000 Dao mysterious techniques has some strength and power in itself, and can make up for the laws. Talent. Now he has only killed 2 corpses, but his 2 corpse laws are already complete. With so many bonuses, it is normal to be stronger than Luya. On the other hand, Luya, although there is the fire of the golden crow, the viper is completely immune. Besides, although Luya has the teachings of the 2 saints, they only have the intention of using them. How can they really teach them wholeheartedly? The 2 yuans will make it a situation where 3 corpses are killed, which is completely counterproductive. How could this 10,000 demon king be so powerful? Yuan Shi said in surprise at Lao Zi's dojo. The 2 of them once thought that the ape monkey could only kill 2 corpses. But the strength it has shown now is rarely comparable to that of killing 3 corpses. With Luya's current strength, they know very well, if it continues, it will not be an opponent. Junior brother Yuanqi, there is no need to worry. We have given him the immortal slaying flying knife. Unless the immortal slaying flying knife is protected by a rare treasure, he will definitely die if he is responsible for it, I said with certainty. For this calculation, I can be said to have spent a lot of money. This immortal killing flying knife comes from one of the innate gourd vines. When I once traveled to find the innate gourd vine, in addition to taking off the purple gold gourd, I also took off the red gourd containing the immortal killing flying knife was acquired. The first owner of the red gourd's immortal killing flying knife was Lao Tzu, and he was naturally very aware of its power. There were fierce battles. The strength of the weak was now clear. On one side was the slashing sword that was destroying the seedlings. 3 corpses. On the other side is the extremely tempered Zhan Erg. The former has a high level, but the latter has strong combat power. The arrogant Luya's body is already full of scars from being smashed by the sky-raising stick. As for his soul, the fire has become extremely dim. The 10th golden crow Lu pressure, I am afraid that I will die this time. Yes, with the ferocious nature of the monkey, we will never let it leave. Up to this point in the battle, Luya has become very clear. It is difficult to defeat the ape on his own. But he still has a treasure, which is the immortal killing flying knife that can kill people's physical bodies and souls. Thread-branched ape, you are very powerful. However, you are bound to die today. As he spoke, Luya took out a red gourd, showing a very confident look. Immortal killing flying knife. Luya called out. A flying knife appeared in the void. As soon as the flying knife came out, it carried a killing intent. Hey, the killing intent of this flying knife is so amazing. What kind of treasure is this? Everyone is curious. Cut. Luya shouted coldly. The immortal killing flying knife contained terrifying murderous intent and struck directly at the thread-armed ape. The power of this flying knife is so terrifying, even if I kill 3 corpses, I feel it is difficult to resist this weapon. Indeed, it's scary. I don't know if the thrips can catch this flying knife. I saw the flying knife getting closer and closer to the monster body of the monkey. The teacher specifically warned me, how could I not be careful? A piece of treasured armor suddenly appeared on the monster body of the monkey. When the treasure armor appeared, a powerful power seemed to form a defensive shield, wrapping the monkey in it. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to E. Author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 87. Base. A shocking and piercing sound came. I saw the terrifying and powerful immortal decapitating flying knife, hitting the demonic body armor of the ape. The defensive shield formed a terrifying defensive force. Let the immortal slaying flying knife hit, can't make any progress. What treasure armor is that? All the great masters used their magic powers to look carefully. The treasure armor is made up of several fragments of bell-shaped magic weapons. Although the production is very rough, from the scene just now, even the terrifying immortal killing flying knives are not. It can break through this treasured armor. It is conceivable that this defensive power is absolutely powerful. Why is the smell on it so familiar? And the bell-shaped fragment looks familiar too. For a time, no matter it was the great masters or the two saints of Laozi and Yuanqi, there was a sense of familiarity. But it was clear to the sky, and it could be seen at a glance. Yes, my disciple knows that his combat power is amazing, but his defense is a bit lacking, so he used the fragments of the Chaos Bell to make a defensive armor. Tongtian smiled with satisfaction. Lu Ya, who was once the 10th prince of the demon clan and the treasure of Emperor Jun Donghuang, naturally watched it many times. He was far more familiar with it than others. He immediately recognized that it was a fragment of the Chaos Clock. The fragments of my second uncle's Chaos Clock. Where did you come from, and you turned it into a treasured armor? Lu Ya said in surprise. What? Chaos Clock fragment? When the Lich was measuring the calamity, the Chaos Bell and Hichuluashu were broken and disappeared to this day. Unexpectedly, one of the Chaos Clock fragments actually fell into the hands of a monkey. All the powerful people in the prehistoric era had surprised faces. But when I learned that it was a fragment of the Chaos Bell at the beginning of the Yuan dynasty, my face was filled with darkness. At that time, they squatted for nearly a yuanhui, and finally waited until the Lich had passed the calamity. They thought that they could Dijun and Donghuang harvested all their remaining opportunities and luck. However, Fu 11 and Kunpeng appeared in the middle of the battle and started a war, causing them to be distracted. When they looked back, there was nothing left. Later, an unknown Taoist appeared, and they were stunned and couldn't do anything. They were also beaten. They originally thought that the fragments of the treasure that were left behind after the war between the two clans were taken away by the unknown Taoist. But now they are in the hands of the monkeys. After all, it was finally taken away by a monkey. In their hearts, how to feel better. Especially now that the fragments of the Chaos Bell have blocked the attack of the immortal decapitating flying knife. The outcome of this battle is already clear. Since it is a fragment of the Chaos Bell, it is not surprising that it can defend against the flying knife. However, Lu Ya lost this battle. Lu Ya came to provoke him. With the ferocity of the 10,000 Demon King, Lu Ya would not only be defeated, but he might even die. The Chaos Bell used to be such a powerful existence. Although it is now reduced to fragments and refined into a piece of treasured armor, the great masters still believe in his power. The result of this time is clear, and the great masters feel sorry for Lu Ya. Senior brother, we missed the calculation and did not expect that the fragment of the Chaos Clock was in the hands of this monkey. Now we have a big plan. If we still want to continue, I am afraid that we will have to take action to influence the situation of the battle, Yuanqi said with a slightly anxious expression. Originally, the two of them were very confident that the immortal decapitating flying knife was enough to kill the ape. After all the calculations were successful, they could still hide in the dark. But unexpectedly, the ape was protected by a treasure armor. The body. After all calculations, something went wrong in this first step. Originally, the two of them thought that they would not show up unless the unknown Taoist took action. But now it seems that it is obviously no longer possible. We have been discussing this plan for thousands of years, and it is a big plan that can completely defeat the unknown Taoist. If it works, we will collect the luck of the three parties. At this moment, we can't worry about so much, this plan must work. Even a mere Brachiosaurus dares to be arrogant, I'm here to destroy him. I lost my breath. The holy power has broken through the sky. The thread-armed ape, the monster clan, was originally born from Emperor Honghuang. As the 10th prince of the monster clan, Liu Ya should be in charge of the monster clan. The holy power descended and the voice came out. Did I, the saint, intervene in this battle? Come on, the corpse-slaying battle actually led to a saint. Everyone is surprised. In the western Lingshan mountain, Jian and Zunti have also been watching the battle here. Originally, the two of them were also thinking about why this Yuanhui who had disappeared suddenly came out. Now they still have to fight the Brachiosaurus, snatching the throne of the demon clan. Now, seeing me appear, the two of them naturally understand everything. It turns out that it was my fellow Taoist who used a big plan. If my guess is correct, I am an unknown Taoist who took advantage of the civil war among the demon clan to take control of the demon clan, then started a war between the Lich and the Lich, and finally won the 10,000 Immortals section. Great idea, great idea. Jiyan laughed loudly. Senior brother, this plan is indeed very clever, it will draw fuel from the bottom of the cauldron. But the flaw has been revealed. In the civil war of the demon clan, the nameless Taoist did not appear. But now that Saint Laozi takes action, I don't know whether the nameless Taoist will appear, Zunti said. Yes, before countless Yuanhui meetings, the unknown Taoist took action to protect the remnants of the Lich and Lich clans. In all likelihood, he had something to do with the Lich and Lich clans. If the unknown Taoist takes action, I am afraid that the plan of the saint will fail, Jiyan said. In the 10,000 Monsters Mountain, the Tongjia monkey, who had already been told everything by his teacher, saw the sage Laozi coming here, and suddenly became fierce. Although the Tongjia monkey has been the king of 10,000 demons for many years, he is already familiar with the calculations. But what he hates most is plotting. Especially plotting against him and his mentor. Lao Tzu, saint, the era of Lich wars in heaven has passed, and Emperor Honghuang has become history. It's me, leading the remaining demon clan, and growing it step by step, until it has become the 10,000 demons palace today. What qualifications does he, Liu Ya, have to compete with me for the power of the demon clan now? The thong-armed ape scolded fiercely. Although this thong-branched ape is ferocious in nature, the fact is that at that time, he was only in the Deluo Golden Immortal realm, and he was indispensable for leading the demon clan to develop into the 10,000 demon palace today. It doesn't make sense that Liu Ya has disappeared from countless Yuanhui, and now he is just sitting back and enjoying the results. Although I am a saint, all the great masters understand the truth. Arrogant. Seeing the monkey openly resisting me, I shouted with the power of a saint. The color of heaven and earth changed. Sage Lao Tzu, we, the demon generals and the great demons, only recognize the king of 10,000 demons. Yes, Liu Ya's so-called demon clan heaven has been destroyed along with Emperor Zhendong. I am a saint, you are a saint, but you have no reason to interfere within the demon clan. Behind the ape, a group of demon generals and great demons spoke in high-pitched voices. The ape is the king, and this king has penetrated into the hearts of the demon generals and demons. Wherever the king's footsteps are, they will follow. Even if he is a saint, he will follow. It cannot be changed. If you have to intimidate, you will end up fighting to the death. As I say, saint, you have no reason to interfere in the internal affairs of the demon clan. It not only shows the attitude of the demon generals, but also shows their determination and dignity. You are a saint, and you how about it? We, the demon clan, are no longer under the jurisdiction of your saint. The king of 10,000 demons, Liu Ya, is disturbing the demon clan. Please ask the king of 10,000 demons to take action and kill him. Bai Zi stood up. This is an attitude. Really, all the demon generals and great demons no longer recognize the attitude of the demon clan heaven. Please ask the king of 10,000 demons to take action to put an end to the evil of the demon clan. The other demon generals and great demons also said one after another. At this moment, the arrogant Lu Ya's whole face changed. He was the 10th prince of the demon clan's heavenly court. It's just that these demon generals and great demons don't believe him. Now he still has want to kill him. I can only say that the way you, Lu Ya, came out was wrong. The timing was wrong. It is even more wrong to attract the Saint Lao Tzu now. A group of demon generals and great demons followed the pass arm, and it was not easy to reach this point. They didn't allow it, and they didn't allow it. The demon clan will not be put into crisis again. The demon clan's heart is dominated by the 10,000 demon king. Lu Ya, you deserve to die. The long-armed ape shouted wildly. The sky-raising stick, equipped with the violent power of law, suddenly flew out of the air. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 88. Lu Yaben was seriously injured. The immortal decapitating flying knife had not taken action before, no matter how strong the thread-armed ape was. He still has confidence. However, the immortal slaying flying knife now cannot harm the through-armed ape at all. If he saw the stick hit him, he knew exactly what would happen to him. I am a saint, please save me. Just when the sky-raising stick was about to fall, Lu Ya called out quickly. I looked cold. Band-armed ape, I am here, how can I let you show off your evil deeds? I shouted, and the holy power stirred the heaven and the earth. The monkey's fierce stick was resolved in an instant. I'm a saint, you actually interfered with my demon clan's affairs, the thong-branched ape was extremely angry. You monster monkey has a fierce personality. I am afraid that you will bring disaster to the world in the future. I will definitely take action to get rid of you today. I, the saint, glanced with contempt and scolded. Lu Ya was unable to defeat the ape, so he had no choice but to take action. After destroying the ape, the following strategies would be feasible. My murderous intention appeared. My holy power emerged, and in an instant, the saint's magical power swept towards the thong-armed ape. The saint takes action. Tisk tisk, it seems that sage Lao Tzu intends to protect the land. This time, the wild-armed ape may be in danger. However, it is a bit strange, why did the Saint Lao Tzu protect Lu Ya and kill the thong-armed ape? The great powers are both surprised and curious. In the eyes of the great powers, it is unreasonable for a saint to intervene in the internal war of the demon clan. However, if the saint intervenes, the result of this battle, in their opinion, it must be reversed. The monkey is hanging. If you don't take action, I'll watch. But since you took action, don't blame me, Tong Tien sneered. He used his magical power to change the world. The unknown Taoist's holy power of Hunyuan filled the sky. But in an instant, he had already reached the 10,000 demons mountain. Just when I was about to bombard the monster body of the monkey with the saint's magical power. Lao Tzu, do you think I don't exist? Tong Tien gave a cold shout, and the huge power of the void suddenly appeared. I'm a saint's magical power, under this holy sound of Tong Tien. It was like a candle in the wind, instantly cracked. This is, an unknown Taoist. The unknown Taoist also appeared. What's going on? How come the two demon clans' corpse-killing battle triggered the two saints to come here? The name of Wuming means huge waves. The three appearances have all shaken the ancient world. For a time, all the great powers in the ancient world are boiling. The unknown Taoist appears, Yuanqi, who was still in Lao Tzu's dojo, his eyes darkened and he was shocked. At Western Lingshan, Jiyin, and Zunti's pupils shrank. The shadow of these two people on the unknown Taoist was too great. Unexpectedly, the unknown Taoist came out. This time, my Taoist friend's plan may be difficult to succeed. Yes, unless the two Yuanhui, Taoist friend Lao Tzu, have the strength to fight against the unknown Taoist. Jiyan and Zunti sighed lightly. Lao Tzu, are you meddling in the affairs of the demon clan? Do you think I will allow it? Tongtian stared at me and sneered. The endless holy power bloomed directly in the void. What is the situation between the sage Lao Tzu and this unknown Taoist? Why do I feel that these two people are bursting with holy power, which is a bit inexplicable? At this moment, the great power of the great desolation didn't know that Luya was my scheming. He didn't even know that the opponent of my scheming was Tongtian. My face changed slightly. After thinking about it for a long time, the unknown Taoist still appeared. And it was just before he was about to appear here when taking action. Anonymous Taoist, what do you mean by stopping me? This demonic monkey is fierce. I killed him to prevent troubles caused by him, I said righteously. I don't admire anyone else. I just admire me. No matter what I do, I always do it with a sense of justice. Let everyone believe that he is standing on the commanding heights of morality. I admire you. But this behavior is disgusting. Is the demon monkey fierce? Do you want to kill him? What a joke, as a demon clan, how can he not be fierce? If it's not fierce, then it's still a demon clan. Tongtian strongly countered Lao Tzu's so-called moral point of view. The demon clan was famous for its ferocity in the ancient times, and it was even more vicious that it established the world. If it were not vicious and evil, the demon clan would have disappeared in the ancient times. Don't pretend to be your hypocritical morality in front of me, I look disgusting, Tongtian scolded him coldly. After hearing this, my face turned dark instantly. The nameless Taoist is the nameless Taoist, and when he speaks, he is domineering and powerful. In the entire prehistoric period, only the unknown Taoist could rebuke the Saint Lao Tzu like this. Anonymous Taoist, what is your intention of humiliating me like this? My face immediately became angry. It was you who shamelessly plotted against me first, and my humiliation of you was already very light. You know that I have some relationship with the Lich clan, and you want to use the Liu Yao clan to start a civil war, and then plot against me. You think I don't know? As soon as he said this, the whole audience was surprised. What? Are the unknown Taoist and the Lich clan related? I'm using the demon clan civil war to plot against the unknown Taoist. Is it possible that Liu Ya was sent by Saint Lao Tzu? No wonder, before Liu Ya was defeated, the sage Lao Tzu appeared, and I even wanted to kill the sage monkey. All the great masters in the prehistoric era were surprised. My face changed. I have a good plan. But this plan is only known to me and you and she. It is impossible for the two of them to tell it. Use Liu Ya to control the demon clan, then use the demon clan to fight the witch clan, lead the two clans, and then destroy the 10,000 immortals section. The fate of these three ethnic groups and sects that are related to me will all be in your hands. What a good plan! And the calculations are intertwined. There is a bit of hostility in the holy sound of Tongtian. Tisk tisk, a saint is a saint, this plan is really clever. Both the Lich and the Wuoming Taoist clan are related to the Wuoming Taoist. The 10,000 Immortals sect was also founded by the Wuoming Taoist servants, the East Prince and the Queen Mother of the West. If the three parties started fighting for each other, it would be a civil strife, and the Wuoming Taoist would not be able to take sides. After the battle between the three parties was over, Liu Ya won the luck of the three parties and revealed his allegiance to the sage Lao Tzu. If it really comes true, I, the saint, will be really powerful. But it's a pity that Liu Ya, the sage I brought for, is not reused. After Tongtian told the whole plan, all the great masters in the prehistoric era were shocked by my plan. But when they saw that Lu Ya was dead, they all felt it was a pity. The plan was perfect, but the first stitch was not picked. It is difficult to sew this heavenly garment, let alone make it seamless. Knowing that they want Lu Ya to take charge of the demon ancestor has already shocked me. Now that Tong Tien has revealed all their plans, I have been shocked. How could you know everything? I asked with a surprised look on my face. If you can't calculate anything, why don't you know? Tong Tien sneered. I and Yuanqi seemed to be arrogant and unknowing. But as everyone knows, everything was already in Tong Tien's eyes. I won't get involved in the demon clan's civil war, but neither will you. Tong Tien said indifferently. Tong Tien's words were clearly telling the ape that you can kill Lu Ya. The ape's murderous intention suddenly appeared. Lu Ya, as a demon clan, you actually plotted against the saint and came to cholera the demon clan. The demonic body of the monkey rises up. Arrogant, Lu Ya is one of ours, how can you kill him with your arm? In an instant, another holy power came. The saint of Yuanqi appeared in front of everyone. Obviously, Yuanqi appeared at this moment, knowing that this plan could not be concealed, and wanted to use force to protect Lu Ya from taking over the power of the demon clan. The saint of Yuanqi is also here? Could it be that this time it was a plot between the two saints Laozi and Yuanqi? If so, it would be really lively now. I wonder if there will be a battle of saints next. All the powerful people in the ancient world looked shocked again. So what if you are waiting for me? The civil war among the demon clan, as I said today, no one can interfere. Tong Tien domineering display. The power of Hunyuan Saint, powerfully sealing the entire void of the demon clan. Firmly blocking the positions of Laozi and Yuanqi's saints. The through-armed ape has long known that the unknown Taoist is his teacher. Now the teacher is here in this way, I stopped the holy power of the two of them from Yuanqi. The monkey has no scruples and no obstacles. Lu Ya looked frightened and wanted to call me a saint. But he had no chance. The sky-raising stick smashed down violently. A stick was like it blasted through the heaven and earth. It carried endless murderous intent and power. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 89. This time, the thongbrachial monkey struck quickly. Just one breath. Boom. A loud noise came out. Lu Ya's golden crow body exploded instantly. His soul fire, under the attack of the power of the violent law, immediately dimmed and disappeared in the blink of an eye. Lu Ya was previously arrogant and conceited. At this moment, it is completely destroyed. Lao Tzu and Yuanqi have been discussing for thousands of years. The plan that they thought they could plot against the unknown Taoist has been disintegrated in the first step. Brachiosaurus, you're looking for death. I worked hard at Yuanqi to cultivate Tu Yuanhui, Lu Ya. I spent countless spiritual creatures and treasures. I even gave him the immortal decapitating flying dagger. But now he is still killed by the parabrachia monkey. Still the two saints watched helplessly. And all this was because of the appearance of the unknown Taoist. Both saints had been crushed by the unknown Taoist before. This time the plan failed again. In anger, they naturally acted impulsively. Unknown Taoist, today we are bound to fight. My realm has grown and I have disciples. I scolded after the sound, fighting spirit sword. Let's fight. I was able to crush you and the other 4 saints a few Yuanhui ago. How difficult is it to crush you and the other 2 saints today? Tong Tien smiled disdainfully. The 2 of them were only at the 3rd level of Hunyuan. But he, Tong Tien, was already at the 5th level of Hunyuan. Moreover, Tong Tien cultivated the power of Hunyuan. Is the war of saints really going to start? But where did the 2 saints, Lao Tzu and Yuan Shi, get their confidence. In the past, the four saints combined their hands to defeat the unknown Taoist, but now I have two saints at the beginning of the Yuan dynasty. Obviously, all the great masters from ancient times do not think highly of me, Yuanji. Anonymous Taoist, what you are talking about was several Yuanhui ago, and we were only at the first level of Yuanhui at that time. However, now the two of us have broken through to the third level of Hunyuan. Laozi and Yuanji, the momentum of the third level of Hunyuan is fully displayed. In the Hunyuan realm, one step leads to another. One step will lead to the chasm. If you cross it, your strength will inevitably increase sharply. So strong. No wonder, Sage Lao Tzu and Sage Yuan Shi had broken through the realm, and now they were so confident that they dared to fight against the unknown Taoist. The ancient great power was full of surprise when he saw the power of the two saints. Western Lingshan. 2 Yuanhui ago, in the heavenly court, fellow Taoist Laozi and fellow Taoist Yuanji were only at the first level of Hunyuan, but now they are at the third level of Hunyuan. These two Yuanhui, the two Taoist friends, broke through so quickly. It is worthy of being transformed by Pangu Yuan Shen. Our talent base is incomparable. The two of us can only break through to the first level of Hunyuan. The realm of the two Taoist friends has improved, and this battle is really suspenseful. After receiving Yin and Zunti, they were curious. Tongtian smiled disdainfully at the holy power of the two Hunyuan third-level heavens. Comparing realms. Then let's compare. Before, Tongtian only showed some holy power. But at this moment, the holy power of Tongtian Hunyuan 5th level suddenly climbed up and was fully displayed. The holy power of Tongtian suddenly began to collide with the holy power of Laozi Yuanji. At the beginning, the holy power of Tongtian was not fully displayed, and the two were indeed strong comrades. But now, the power of Tongtian is fully displayed, and the power of the two people is instantly at a disadvantage. The unknown Taoist's holy power has also become stronger. And it is no weaker than the two saints of Laozi and Yuanji. The great masters of the prehistoric era immediately discovered this scene. Yuanji, and the two of them also changed their expressions. They originally thought that the holy power of the realm would definitely be stronger than the unknown Taoist. But now it is obvious that they are still at a disadvantage. From now on, it can be seen that, the realm of the unknown Taoist is still better than them. The unknown Taoist has become stronger. Jiyin and Zunti also had slightly trembling faces. Has the unknown Taoist appeared? In Buzhu Shanwei Palace, Nuwa's surprised voice immediately came. Before the nameless Taoist appeared, Nuwa had never paid attention to this place. She didn't like fighting. But as soon as the nameless Taoist's powerful holy power appeared, she immediately paid attention. Nuwa, there is no other reason why Wa pays attention to the unknown Taoist. She still has doubts in her heart, the unknown Taoist is Tongtian. Senior brother, take action. Although the realm of Tongtian Saint has become stronger, they have also broken through the third level of Hunyuan. There is no reason not to fight. Moreover, the words have been spoken. The arrow is on the string and must be fired. Good. Tai Chi diagram, show. Pangu flag, come out. I was once crushed by an unknown Taoist. I and Yuan Shi didn't dare to be careless. In the first moment, the two of them used the most powerful treasure of luck. Moreover, they used the most powerful treasure of magical power. Tai Chi diagram, Liangyi sword formation. Pangu banner sweeping across the world. The two fortune treasures exerted the terrifying power of saints and blasted out. In an instant, the void was filled with astonishing murderous intent. The fortune treasures of these two people have considerable backgrounds. Among the four luck saints, it can be said that it is the most powerful. The two treasures of luck, Jiyin and Zunti, cannot be compared with it at all. The two saints, Lao Tzu and Yuan Shi, really became a lot stronger after their breakthrough. When the most precious magical power is used, we can feel its power even though we are so far away. However, the unknown Taoist has a chaos spiritual treasure. If he sacrifices it, we still need to retreat quickly. The power produced by the chaos spiritual treasure will be terrifying. After I broke through at Yuanqi, I used the power of the treasure. Although it was strong, it only surprised the great masters. But the chaos spiritual treasure is what they are really afraid of. Now Tongtian has reached the 5th level. In terms of realm, it has already reached the 5th level. It is beyond the 2 realms of 2 saints. Moreover, it is not 1 pair of 4, but 1 pair of 2. In this case, why do you need Yushinjian? Capture the sun and the moon. There was a scolding. A giant palm cut through billions of miles of void. It fell from the sky. Bang! There was a loud noise, followed by a powerful wave of air that swept across the world. The most precious magical power of luck from the beginning of my life was instantly disintegrated like a mountain collapsing. Before, the 2 of them were still confident. After breaking through 2 realms, they should be able to defeat Wuming Taoist. However, let alone victory. Now is the first blow, and the 2 of them are already losing. Today I can crush you and the other 2 without using the most precious treasure. Tongtian shouted. Endless dark clouds gathered in tens of billions of miles of void. This is, the once extremely terrifying magical power of thunder. Once there were only dark clouds gathering for billions of miles, but now they have gathered for tens of billions of miles. This power has increased by at least nearly 100 times. No, we have to retreat again. Although this thunder magical power is not the Hunyuan supreme treasure, this blow is comparable to its attack. Walk. Many powerful people were happy to see that Tongtian didn't use the chaos spiritual treasure. In this battle between saints, they didn't have to escape far. But who knew that Tongtian's use of magical powers was also so terrifying? My 2 Taoist friends, Yuanqi and I, are afraid that they are in danger. The nameless Taoist's thunder power is at least 100 times more powerful than before. Based on this calculation, the unknown Taoist should have improved several realms. I guess he has at least reached the 5th level of Hunyuan. Fortunately, we were not involved in this matter. When Taoist friend Zunti was frightened, he secretly rejoiced. I and Yuanqi, at this moment, already knew deeply that they were still no match for the unknown Taoist. There was a look of fear on their faces. It can only be said that I and Yuanqi, after Yuanqi reached 2 realms, he became a little overconfident. How can a person float in the sky without getting stabbed? Thunder. There was a roar. Tens of billions of dark clouds turned into billions of thunder. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 90. Boom. Boom. One thunder after another. Each thunder was 100 times larger than the previous one. It was like a huge mountain. It was just a few thunders. Its destructive power crushed Laozi and the power of Yuanqi Qi luck treasure. Last time, the Tai Chi diagram and the Pangu flag were able to hold up for a while. But now, with only a few thunders, they were already overwhelmed. The endless thunder began to bombard my Yuanqi holy body and Yuan Shen. Every thunder falling will surely make a wound was torn on his holy body, and holy blood flowed to the ground. At the same time, the fire of his soul was weakened by 1 point. This power is so terrifying. It seems that the unknown Taoist is really murderous. I wonder if I and fellow Taoist Yuanqi can withstand this disaster. Lingshan picked up Zunti and his pupils shrank when he saw this scene. This Saint Laozi and Saint Yuanqi are too weak in front of the unknown Taoist. The great powers of the prehistoric era who had escaped to the edge of the sky were shocked. The unknown Taoist was Hunyuan, and the 2 saints were also Hunyuan. But they were so vulnerable. The thunder was furious, hitting one after another. The injuries of Laozi and Yuanqi, it is getting heavier and heavier. The fire of the soul is getting dimmer. At this moment, the two of them have deeply felt that if this continues, they will definitely die. They have finally become Hunyuan saints. Naturally, they do not want to die. However, but at this moment, I can't fight again and again. I can't run anymore. In the Zixiao Palace. How could I be such a fool? Hongjun, the saint of heaven, opened his eyes indifferently. Obviously, Hongjun already knew the miserable situation of Laozi and Yuanqi. He was angry, but also helpless. For the first time, the four saints fought against Wuming. He had no choice but to do it when he was around. When he joined the heavenly way, he transformed into a phantom to save him. The second time in heaven. The four saints did not provoke a fight, but they lost the majesty of heaven. That was a disgrace to Hongjun. This time, the two of them plotted again. He thought he was at a higher level and could defeat the unknown Taoist, so he took the initiative to provoke a fight. But now, the two of them were about to die. If it weren't for the trajectory of heaven, Hongjun really didn't want to deal with this stupid person anymore. But Xiao, the trend can be changed, but the general trend is irreversible. The existence of the saints is the general trend of the way of heaven, and it is also the trajectory of the way of heaven. Within the way of heaven, the saints cannot be lost. Hongjun adheres to the way of heaven and can only take action. Hongjun, the saint of heaven, has a transformed body. He has left in the blink of an eye. Arrive at Zixiao Palace and reach the void where the three saints are fighting. Unnamed Taoist, for my sake, stop the war. An indifferent voice came out. The void seemed to be still. Tens of billions of dark clouds and endless thunder disappeared in an instant. The sky and the earth immediately returned to a clear color. Laozi and Yuanqi saw Dao ancestor dissolve the terrifying power of thousands of thunders. There was a feeling of emotion in their hearts first, followed by a burst of ecstasy. They were finally saved. The dignified Saint Hunyuan had almost died just now. When they said it, they themselves couldn't believe it. It was Tao ancestor who appeared. The two saints, Laozi and Yuanqi, are really blessed. If it weren't for the Taoist ancestor, I'm afraid he would have been killed on the spot by the unknown Taoist today. The great masters of the prehistoric times said. The teacher appears, my Taoist friend Yuanqi, this disaster can be avoided. The unknown Taoist is really scary, I will never provoke him again. Lingshan Jian Zunti secretly warned in his heart. Jian and Zunti have already suffered twice, and now they see the scene again, the shadow in their hearts is naturally bigger. Hongjun comes. Tongtian is not surprised at all. All saints are related to the way of heaven. The general trend. Heaven will not allow mistakes, Tongtian knows this very well. The first time you take action, that's it. But again and again, how can you care? There are many powerful people watching the battle today, how can it pass like this? Dao ancestor, you are a saint of heaven, but you have repeatedly favored other saints. I have to wonder whether you are doing it for public purposes or for personal reasons. Tongtian said indifferently. This sentence is obviously questioning. Moreover, it is also guiding the rhythm. Guiding the rhythm of all the powerful people in the ancient world. The unknown Taoist is as arrogant and domineering as ever. He is absolutely the first person to question Taoist ancestors. However, the doubts are very reasonable. Daozu is a saint, but this time it was Laozi and Yuanqi who caused trouble first. Daozu's behavior is indeed suspected of favoritism. All the great masters in the prehistoric era admired Tongtian's courage, and also agreed with Tongtian's doubts. In an instant, Hongjun frowned. He did come with the will of heaven. But Wuming, the Taoist, questioned, but he had nothing to say. It's impossible to explain clearly. After all All the saints are his disciples. Anonymous Taoist, you are too arrogant. The teacher takes action, naturally it is the will of heaven, but in fact it is selfish. How can you, an unknown Taoist, question the teacher? I and Yuanqi felt a little more confident when they saw Taoist Hongjun here. It seemed that they had completely forgotten the scene where they almost died before. Wait, shut up. Hongjun is a dignified saint of heaven, and now he has been questioned because of me and Yuanqi. He should be a little angry in his heart. But I and Yuanqi are still relying on themselves to be arrogant. This really wants him, Hongjun, to occupy the position of partiality. Are you tired of it? Hongjun glanced at Laozi Yuanqi with cold eyes. Suddenly, the temperature of the world dropped sharply, and the two of them seemed to have entered a land of ice. The two of them could already feel that Hongjun was really angry. The two of them immediately shut up, don't dare to say another word. Your doubts are not unreasonable. I already know everything about this matter. The two of them have had it before. I can't just let you stop the fight, I should also punish them. Lao Tzu, from the beginning of the Yuan dynasty, from now on, I will use the power of heaven to imprison you and 10 other Yuanhui. Hongjun's indifferent voice came out. The holy body of my Yuanqi was stunned. It was once a Yuanhui in the forbidden dojo. Although it was banned, the holy consciousness can still travel throughout the world, and everything is free in the dojo. But the power of heaven imprisons it, but it can't, it's different. The 10 Yuanhui will all be in a void space. There will be no living beings around, and there will be endless emptiness. Such a punishment is so terrible. The 10 Yuanhui were imprisoned by the power of heaven. Even if they were saints, I'm afraid it would be uncomfortable. The expressions of all the powerful officials in the prehistoric period changed in shock. Anonymous Taoist, what do you think of this? Hongjun said. Hongjun has already shown his attitude by giving such a punishment. I understand the justice of Taoist ancestors, Tongtian said indifferently. The current Tongtian is just Hunyuan. It is extraordinary that Hongjun can be forced to punish me Yuanqi. However, if Tongtian proves the great road, Hongjun will come today and it will be useless. I will die at Yuanqi. Yuanqi, after 10 Yuanhui, I hope you still have the courage to compete with me. Tongtian said with a sneer, and flew away. The faces of the two of them were really ugly. They were the ones who lost the plot. They were the ones who got beaten. They were the ones who were punished in the end. I felt sorry for the unknown Taoist in my heart. They hate and fear. You too should be punished. A force of heaven swept across the two saints, and the two saints quickly disappeared into the void. If other saints dare to cause trouble in the future, I will use the power of heaven to imprison them. Hongjun left a holy voice of heaven and disappeared into the void. The last words were about the saints. But they were obviously telling Jiyan and Zunti. I and Yuanqi are now imprisoned, and they also like to cause trouble. Only Xian and Zunti were left. However, Hongjun's words were already superfluous. Jiyan and Zunti saw that Wueming Taoist was so powerful that they had no time to escape, so how dare they provoke him? Wueming Taoist left, and Hongjun also left. I was imprisoned at Yuanqi. Let's go back to the Hall of 10,000 Demons. After putting away Luya's immortal decapitating flying knife, the Tongji ape returned with all the demon generals and great demons. Deserted Island. The return of the holy power of Tongtian. After more than 10 UN meetings, the Fengshen tribulation is coming. After I find Zhao Gongming's 3 and 4 disciples, I should quickly go into seclusion. When measuring calamity, one must attain the great way. If you don't prove the great way, there will always be constraints. Only by proving the great way and becoming the most powerful and supreme can you sweep across the world. Gain insight into the magical powers of heaven and earth. In the blink of an eye, you have already found Zhao Gongming and Sang Xiao who have just transformed. However, At this moment, there was a group of people who got in front of Tong Tien.